Now on 7 News, Francine is a hurricane as it threatens parts of the Gulf Coast, and it could impact our weather in the coming days.
Plus, remembering 9/11, we're live from Clemson University, where an event is being held to honor the lives lost on this tragic day 23 years ago.
And former President Trump and Vice President Harris go head-to-head on the debate stage and look back at the clash between the presidential candidates. Good morning. It's Wednesday. It is September the 11th. It's 6:30. I'm Fred Cunningham.
I'm Olivia Donnelly. Thanks for joining us. Francine, now a hurricane. The system is going to bring some rain to our area possibly later this week. Let's bring in 7 News meteorologist Malachi Rogers for a check. Good morning.
Good morning, Olivia and Fred. Francine will have no impact on our weather today. It's going to be a cloudy, cool day across the upstate and western North Carolina. At 6:30, we're looking at temperatures that are a mixture of 50s and low 60s this morning in the upstate, low 50s in western North Carolina, and it is an absolutely cloudy morning. We're going to hold on to those clouds through most of the day, but a comfortable day, low 80s and upper 70s for our forecast today in the upstate and western North Carolina. Francine, on the other hand, is going to be a big rainmaker for Louisiana, starting to have that impact early this morning. And it's going to make landfall later today, possibly as a strong Category 1 or Category 2 storm when winds over 100 miles an hour. Over the next couple of days, the storm stays well to our west, but it's those outer bands of the storm that would bring us our best chance to see scattered showers. 1 or 2 of those may develop early tomorrow afternoon and then again on Friday and Saturday, as we'll see scattered showers in the forecast. We'll take a look at what impact this is going to have on our temperatures coming up in our 7-day forecast. But right now, let's check in on our live drive traffic.
Thanks, Malachi. We are still seeing some slight slowdowns as you head north toward Gaffney from Cowpens. 85 at mile marker 85 is what I should say. It's really as you approach closer to mile marker 90, the right lane is closed due to construction, and that continues between mile marker 90 and 94. So if that's part of your travels, just look out for that. But it's expected to clear closer to the 7 o'clock hour. So if you're just waking up with us, but you won't be leaving for another hour, this should not impact you. South of I-385 on your screen, we are moving at the speed limit along 85.
6:32, breaking news. A high school cross-country team was attacked in Greer. The principal of Riverside High School says it happened yesterday during an off-campus practice. We're told team members were running through East Riverside Park by South Suber Road. We're told the students were hit by 2 people shooting what appeared to be an airsoft or BB gun. The principal sent us a statement saying, quote, "We are working with the coaches and law enforcement to ensure the team's safety during practice moving forward." The Riverside High team is set to practice on campus today.
A 7 News alert: upstate school districts are speaking out after several students made threats against schools. Greenville County's school superintendent, sheriff, and all 6 local police chiefs issued a joint statement yesterday saying they take all potential threats seriously and will fully investigate every report. In Anderson County, all 5 school districts issued a similar joint statement. They're urging parents to monitor their children's social media accounts.
Rather than repost or share things, you need to let law enforcement and school personnel know so the appropriate folks are dealing with things.
School districts are urging students to report any suspicious behavior to their parents or school resource officers.
6:33, 7 News is your local election headquarters. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump met last night for their highly anticipated debate.
Jared Hill is in Philadelphia with a recap as the candidates try to win over undecided voters in the race for the White House.
Good debate. A handshake kicked off the first meeting between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris. But the 90-minute debate soon turned into a sparring match over issues like the economy.
I imagine and have actually a plan to build what I call an opportunity economy.
I had no inflation, virtually no inflation. They had the highest inflation.
Abortion.
For years, they wanted to get it out of Congress and out of the federal government. And we did something that everybody said couldn't be done.
The government, and Donald Trump certainly, should not be telling a woman what to do with her body.
And immigration.
They've destroyed the fabric of our country. Millions of people let in.
What we have in the former president is someone who would prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem.
The former president even spreading misinformation about migrants in Ohio.
In Springfield, They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats.
He also repeatedly worked to link Harris to President Joe Biden, who dropped out of the race in July.
She is Biden. You know, she's trying to get away from Biden.
I am not Joe Biden, and I am certainly not Donald Trump. And what I do offer is a new generation of leadership for our country.
Both candidates continued to make their case after the debate. Vice President Harris greeting supporters at an event here in Philadelphia, while former President Trump claimed victory in the spin room with reporters.
This was my best debate. I thought it was very good.
This is very much two different visions for our country.
Both campaigns taking a pause today to mark 23 years since the September 11th attacks are back in the swing states tomorrow. Jared Hill, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Vice President Harris is scheduled to hold rallies tomorrow in Charlotte and Greensboro. Former President Trump will campaign in Arizona.
The 4th District Republican Club held a watch party for the debate in Greenville. Republicans gathered at Willie Taco on Lawrence Road to watch Vice President Harris and former President Trump face off for the first time. Attorney General Alan Wilson spoke at the event before having to leave for a family emergency.
Wilson's father, South Carolina Congressman Joe Wilson, collapsed yesterday at an event in Washington, D.C. The Attorney General says his father suffered what he called stroke-like symptoms. We're told Congressman Wilson is hospitalized. Joe Wilson represents the 2nd District that stretches from the Columbia area to Aiken and Orangeburg.
A 7 News update: a settlement has been reached in a deadly school bus crash in Lawrence County from 5 years ago. In September of 2019, a Lawrence County School District 55 bus driver crossed the center line of Highway 10 and hit a car, killing Pastor Alex Black. Seconds before the crash, the bus driver was on social media. One lawyer says the district not having an adequate cell phone policy was a big issue in this case.
The emphasis isn't there to discourage and prohibit drivers from using a cell phone. And it needs to change, and it's going to change because of this case.
In response, Lawrence County District 55 says it will now train all bus drivers on the use of cell phones while driving. KD lawyers tell us they secured a $1.5 million settlement for Black's family after 19 depositions. The bus driver pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter. 6:37 happening today. We mark 23 years since 9/11 with events planned across the Carolinas to honor those who died on that day. Our 7 News' Simone Jameson. She's live at Clemson University, where a Memorial Stadium walk will be held this morning. Simone.
Olivia, I'm just outside Clemson University's Memorial Stadium, where activity has picked up quite a bit. You've got the stadium, which is all lit up behind me. We even see some first responders on scene preparing. Hundreds of first responders, as well as students and staff, are all gathering here for the 9/11 Remembrance Stair Climb, which will be taking place a little bit later this morning to pay tribute to all of the men and women who lost their lives in the 9/11 attacks back in 2001. The event officially kicks off with welcome remarks at 8:30, and the actual climb starts at 8:45. Participants are encouraged to climb as many stairs as they can, or they can walk the field for as long as they can to honor 9/11 victims. University staff tell us firefighters walked in full gear for 2 hours at last year's event. Now, attendees will also be encouraged to sign thank you cards to provide to first responders. Those will be delivered to them tomorrow. The event, as with previous years, is free today, but you do have to register if you want to make it out, and there's still a few spots open if you do plan to attend. We're live in Clemson. Simone Jameson, 7 News.
Thanks, Simone. We are giving you a live look now at the 9/11 Memorial Pools in New York City. A ceremony at Memorial Plaza later this morning will mark 23 years since September 11th. Family members will read the names of the people who died on that day and in the World Trade Center bombing in 1993. The first moment of silence will be held at 8:46 a.m. That's when the North Tower was hit on this day in 2001.
There are other events this morning at the Boiling Springs Fire District in Greenville and the Spartanburg Fire Department on Wofford Street to honor 9/11. In Western North Carolina, first responders will gather at the Henderson County Courthouse and at the Asheville Police Department on Court Plaza.
6:39, the USC women's basketball team was honored at the White House for winning another national title. President Biden welcomed the Gamecocks yesterday in Washington, D.C. to celebrate their undefeated season. The team gave the president a South Carolina jersey with the number 46 in honor of their third national championship. South Carolina won the NCAA tournament twice in the past 3 seasons. The USC football team will get national exposure for Saturday's game against LSU at Williams-Brice Stadium. ESPN College Game Day will be in town. The show will be done from Gamecock Park from 9 to 11 that morning. The final hour will come from inside Williams-Brice before the noon kickoff. LSU is number 16 in the nation. The Gamecocks are 2-0 and sit atop the new 16-school SEC. Next on 7 News, seniors at an assisted living center are told they need to move. The landlord's giving them barely a month's notice. Residents tell us they were blindsided. It is 20 before 7. That's a live look just before sunrise from downtown Greenville. This is 7 News.